Hello everybody. This week's camera is the Canon SX10 IS. It was originally released in October of 2008. It's a 10 megapixel camera. Uses SD cards, and what makes it great for a travel camera, it uses AA batteries. The lens is 5 to 100 millimeter. It's a powered zoom. It's the equivalent of 28 to 560 millimeters on a full frame camera. Uses the Digic 4 processor, has Canon optical image stabilization. Unusual for a camera like this. It has a wide aperture of f2.8, and at the max tele it's f5.7. Shutters from 15 seconds to 1/3200th of a second. It has a super macro mode where what you're shooting can actually be up against the lens. When you're in that mode, the focal depth is from 0 to 3.9 inches. ISO, the native ISO is 80. Normally it goes up to 1600, but there's a special mode where you can kick it to 3200. Like most cameras that aren't a professional DSLR, you get up around 800 and above. It's pretty noisy, but this thing will let you take the shot. It'll do exposure compensation, plus or minus 2 EV in third stop steps. The flash is nice because it's manual. It'll tell you when it wants it, but it won't use it unless you pop it up. It'll still take the shot, so you can do some low light, really long exposures if you want to. They don't give the ISO, but when it says the ISO is set to auto, it's good for 17 feet. It's got a hot shoe that's compatible with most of the EX series and some of the EX2 series, so it'll do through the lens metering for the flash. It has a decent 2.5 inch LCD screen and an electronic viewfinder, which a nice feature. It has a diopter in it if you wear eyeglasses. I picked this up in February of 2011, so it wasn't, I mean, it was new, but it wasn't the new model. You can still find these new old stock sometimes for about $100. If you find it, I would highly recommend it. This is a great camera. I've been shooting with it over the last year as a backup in case a film camera went belly up and I didn't have anything for that week. But I've been lucky and I haven't needed to. But really, this deserves a week of its own. It's a great little bridge camera, excellent travel camera. A friend of mine used the SX20 when we were in Tanzania. I had an SX20 which was stolen, but I was wandering around San Francisco and found a good deal on this. Anyway, I'll shoot some through this and I'll see you then.